With Christmas literally right around the corner, if you've waited till now to do your shopping, you may end up giving people the gift that is the topic of our story today. And although there are a lot of ideas that people have about what makes a good Christmas gift, ranging from electronics to hand-knitted sweaters and scarves, all the way down the totem pole of appreciated items to the bottom, where we find the stinker of all gifts, the one that's even lower than a box of chocolates or a tiny desk fountain. I'm talking, of course, about a book. I've owned a few. It seems that in all the years since I've sat in that little wooden desk in public school, one inevitable and all-powerful truth has remained completely unchanged. Many people hate reading. It's this indelible trait that gave rise to the likes of Cliff Notes, Monarch Notes, and my personal favorite that helped me get through the unnatural and inhumane demands of high school English class, Cole's Notes. From Macbeth to Lord of the Flies, for those who hate reading, Cole's Notes are the only way to make the grade, or even get any grade. A savior to so many of us. There are those who would try to trick us, try to entice us into the act of reading with things like 10 amusing books for people who hate reading. I appreciate the sentiment. I see what you're trying to do, but you can't fool me. There's still books, and you still have to read them. But fine, I appreciate the effort anyway. Thank you. And if you'd like to check them out, go ahead. They're at What Women Want, and a link is in the video description, so you can go ahead and do just that. I, however, like to go with the more definitive solution. I mean, besides having a movie made that's the same as the book, because that never seems to happen. Many a debate has been fueled by the changes made to a book once it got up there on the big screen. Completely different, and I've failed my share of tests, thinking that the movie would give me the answers I needed for that laborious and daunting book review. Busted! Even when I think back as far as I can, actually, the only good reading I can recall experiencing, other than the fluke sci-fi short story, was comics. But wait, the ultimate in not being a reader isn't simply a comic. Now, a comic taken from a video game. Sounds intriguing already, doesn't it? Well, it gets better. I found this thanks to Polygon.com. And the key word to remember here is Overwatch. Yeah, you've probably heard of it, but just in case you haven't, Overwatch is a multiplayer hero shooter game, very popular, but its biggest fans love it most for all the backstories, all the interrelated bits and the loads of other lore that Blizzard Entertainment has shared outside of the game itself. Among alternate reality games and animated shorts, see where we're going here, we're getting there, are a series of comics. The most recent of which let tell a biggie about one of the team members, too. Hint, it has to do with Tracer. She's a speedy, pixie-like hero who's apparently roommates with another female character, and well, that pic sort of says it all, right there. Anyway, that's not what I'm on about here. The real delight for non-reader types, and I guess everyone else too, just by default, is what many regular players of the game may not even know about these comics, and that is that there's more than one way to read them. In fact, there's a way to not read them, but to watch them instead. You see, each of the illustrated Overwatch side stories is also available in animated form through battle.net. Some Reddit members have collected the links to make them easier for us to find them all, from the first story Train Hopper to the holiday-themed Reflections, which features that Tracer story. Fans can see their favorite heroes come to life by watching the motion book editions of the comics. I love it. Produced by Madefire Studios. Motion books. As I mentioned, a popular post on the Overwatch subreddit collects all 10 links, but you can also find them by browsing through Madefire Studios' DeviantArt account. There's a link to Madefire's site in the video description for you to check them out and to start your new quest. You're welcome. They've also created motion comics based on other series too, like Injustice, Gods Among Us, and World of Warcraft Legion, among a whole raft of others. Check it out and have fun not reading. Well, okay, technically you still have to read, but you'll see, it tain't the same at all. Not even close. Now, in all fairness, I have to tell you that I do actually read some things. But back in school, it just seemed painful to me. It's not that I had absolutely no literary talents or anything. Just as I'm sure you have your share of skills as well. In fact, one of my English teachers, Ma Bradford we called her, once walked around the class handing back writing compositions we had turned in the day before. When she got to me, she stopped, handed my paper to me, folded in half so I couldn't see the mark on it, of course, and stood there smiling. Then she said, "You write just like Ernest Hemingway." Cool, Ernest Hemingway, all right. I felt like I finally had it in the bag. It's about time. All my hard work was about to pay off. As she stood there watching, I opened the folded paper and saw my mark. 50%. 50%! I looked up and said, "You realize you just gave Hemingway a 50? All she said as her grin got bigger was, "Yes, I don't like Hemingway." Check out the motion books at madefire.com. I think you'll like them. Today's news has been brought to you in part by Finger Nups, the new Kentucky Fried Chicken finger condoms. Japan's way of giving new meaning to the phrase finger licking good. Send us a comment, give us a like, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Subscribers can be notified whenever there's a new video uploaded and can take part in the contest, quizzes, and giveaways that we have here sometimes. Play safe. Just one more show before Christmas, so I'll catch you here next time.